In this exercise tutorial, I'm going to be taking you through how to do a barbell forward lunge. We're going to be doing it in front of the body in what's called a clean grip variation. I'm going to be showing you all the repetitions on one side, and then I'm going to be showing the repetitions on the other side. Now, firstly, you'll notice it's set up in position. I'm using a squat rack here. However, if you didn't know how to set this up, let's go through that first so you know how to confidently use the squat rack. So firstly, let me take this barbell off. You can see here that I had the barbell resting in these two catches here. Now firstly, how do I know that that's in the right position for me if I've never done this before? Now, one of the things that you can do, and this is as a general rule of thumb, so this isn't perfect for everyone, but it's a good start point, is stand up against the squat rack, bring your shoulder in line, and then make sure that the top of your shoulder, this is below, slightly below the position of the top of the shoulder. That means you're going to have enough clearance when you come up to be able to come up with the barbell, but not too much where you're going to be kind of coming from a squat position all the way up or having to come onto your tiptoes to raise the bar off. So this just below the position of the top of your shoulder. Make sure it's even on both sides. And then if you've got one of these new machines where they've got what's called a smart lock, you pull the pin out and then you can move this up and down so you can change the height. If you don't have one of those, you probably have the older machines where basically they slot in. They don't have a pin mechanism, but you have to, if they're in the squat rack already, slide them up and out. Or alternatively, if you want to put them in, you slide them into the squat rack and then down to lock them into position. Okay, so once that's set, bring the barbell into the holders. From here, just take a couple of steps back. Is the barbell in line? Is it even? Is it in center line with the squat rack? And also as well, do you have these set up? Is one higher than the other? Make sure they're even. Now, I'm going to show you so you can see best on the camera, and then I'm going to show you how I would do it if I was going to regularly do it, okay? So in terms of grip, I'm going to show you this way just so you can see it best on the camera. When I do my actual repetition, I'll be facing towards the squat rack, but my hands are nice and close towards my body. My hands are in line with my shoulders, so I've got a shoulder width grip. I come into a position where my elbows are really high, the barbell is resting across my clavicle, and then my elbows are in a position here where they're just below my shoulders. If you've got the mobility, you may even have them in line with the shoulders. So now that you can see that, I'm now going to do it from this variation. So this is how I would normally do it, facing towards the squat rack. The reason for that is when I'm doing my forward lunges, I don't want to be walking backwards and placing the bar into these catches. I want to be walking forwards. So hands in that shoulder width position. I come into that position now where I've got the barbell in line with my clavicle. Elbows are nice and high. I'm going to start my repetitions here, keeping my chest up, core braced. I'm going to do all my repetitions on one side. So as I come forwards with one leg, I want you to imagine you're kneeling down with the back leg. So you come down, back up, big stride forward, come down, back up. You can either have yourself in a position where when you come forwards, you touch the floor or hover, or if you don't want to do the whole repetition, you can do a half repetition and then gradually over time get better. Once you've done your repetitions on one side, you'd repeat exactly the same on the other side before bringing the barbell back and locking it into the squat rack. You'd repeat that for your desired amount of sets and repetitions.